Okay. All right, guys, we should be good, yeah? Okay, great. So we're doing a short discussion this morning about marketing and branding, a little bit about AI and how customers' avatars really are important for our growth. And so really what it is we're going from being invisible, not having a voice, to becoming irresistible. So we're going to be mastering branding, AI, and customer avatars for business growth. And you all know me. I'm Beverly Rubio, and really what I do is I'm an AI business and marketing strategist. So basically, what that means is I facilitate businesses from getting from point A all the way to Z and coming back when we need to refine our message or whatever it is that we need to do. So getting us there both efficiently and quickly. That's the really great piece about AI that I really love. Fernanda and I have had several conversations about that. Okay, so here we go. So I think what is the most important piece is that marketing is not about the products. It's really about the stories you tell. And that's a really important thing to know, that our marketing and branding is really about a persona that we put out there in the world, a voice that we develop. And so what we're going to do today is really talk about how we make our brand, our voice out there, unforgettable using AI storytelling and the power of a customer avatar. So why does it matter? And it's because marketing is really, it's more than just selling. I think a lot of times people get confused marketing with ads, which is a component of it, or a shiny new beautiful logo or whatever it is. But really, marketing is about creating trust and also building relationships from based on that trust. So the right marketing positions you or your company as the go-to authority on that. And what it does is we're turning marketing, particularly with the drive of AI, of bringing customers to you versus you going out there with a big butterfly net and trying to bring your customers, trying to catch them versus them coming to you because they're attracted to what it is that you have to offer and that you've got the right message at the right time. And so what it also does is the very best marketing turns prospects into advocates. So I'd like somebody to tell me what's a product that you love and why? Brian, you're a sports person. So tell me right off the top of your head, what's your favorite sports product?
Well, I guess you would go to Nike, right? Because they got quality products,
Hmm.
quality tennis shoes. I think a lot of
Okay.
people want to wear their tennis shoes because they're design and performance based.
Okay. And what does that mean to you if you were to say, I like Nike because, or I buy Nike only because, what is it about the brand?
I think it's authentic and it resonates with a lot of athletes and because of of what they've done over the years and they've been established for a long time.
Hmm.
Credibility, they're authentic.
Okay. See, all of those words are not about the product itself, but rather what that brand represents. And when you go and have those million gazillion choices of, let's say, sneakers, first and foremost is going to be Nike because of those adjectives that you just use. Let me just call another one. Yvette, what is one of your favorite products and why?
I would say like well as a brand, Thrive. Thrive is like a cosmetics brand that
Sure.
I have a lot of their products. So and it's time to restock, so that's all I buy.
Which brand is it? I didn't hear that.
Thrive. Sorry, I moved my microphone. Sorry. Thrive. Um,
Okay.
and it's inclusive in terms of the colors and the products that they offer, in terms of for young skin to mature skin, very light complexions to very dark complexions. It's clean as cosmetics go. It's vegetarian, plant-based, and they donate to shelters, women's shelters. Um, so I like their values and yeah, the quality.
Yeah, that is really important. You spoke to several things, and a gap that I think the cosmetics industry has been rushing to fill is, first of all, the brand reflects all of the human diversity that we have in the world, and that goes right down to coloring. For a very long time, the focus was really on European-based coloring characteristics, and it left the rest of us out in the cold. So really the Thrive or some of the other ones that I'm thinking of, really that's extraordinarily important. For those of us who maybe have, it goes back to again, tint, coloring, all of the different things that drive, in the case of women's cosmetics, what makes us look our best. And so
Yeah.
that is really important, very.
Also, I would say that it's a very natural looking, like it leans towards um, having makeup that makes you not look very made up, and that's what their product lines are designed around, sort of that. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the $150 worth of natural to have your hair and look like it didn't take any effort at all. Yes, I'm intimately familiar. Yes.
So yeah, anyway, as you move away from like really bright colors and that sort of thing, it makes it easier. So anyway, I really I like their products, their quality products, and they're also like good for sensitive skin. And as I mentioned, like being clean, being vegetarian, plant-based products, that's also important to support that as a value. Like if I want to see more cosmetics companies, right? Like having those kinds of values and offering those kind of products. I feel that it's really important. And I think it's called Sable. Idris Elba and his wife have a company, and it's a very, very small product line, but I love their moisturizer, and they have a toner. That anyway, I'm not to be plugging like products, but when I think, but that one was just when I moved to California, the difference in humidity was a real kind of like a struggle for my skin when I got here. So finding like a moisturizer that didn't make me feel like I was going to like crack open, by 12 o'clock, was like a real um it was like a real struggle. Like that was a real thing, like adjusting to that. So those products were really, really helpful and have been really great for me in the winter time. So anyway, I totally get what you mean, and you're right.
Okay. Great. Well, what that really is talking about is it's really turning a prospect into an advocate. Thanks, Yvette. Okay. So here we go. When we're talking about branding, and as I said earlier, it really is, think of it as a persona. It is a living, evolving thing. So as your company evolves, so will your brand. So it's really about your reputation, how people feel about your business. And again, people remember you. And then also things like deep loyalty, as Yvette was just talking about the reasons why, or why Brian was talking about Nike. And also, most importantly, and I think this is where really this comes on point, is pricing power. So we're willing to pay a premium for brands that we believe in, things that are important to us. And so really what marketing and branding does, and this is one of the most important pieces, is it really reinforces and amplifies your brand and what your brand's values are about. I want to make sure that that sinks in. Okay. So what the role of AI, and this is really great, and what it's doing is um, we're changing more from guesswork. It's helping us to understand our customer behavior faster, better, and delivering more personalized messages at the right time. And really importantly, and Fernanda will discuss this more in detail, is automating time-consuming tasks so that we're not spending our time on more detail, but really allowing us to focus on strategy, how to get from point A to point B faster and quicker. And also hear that businesses that are using AI see a 30% higher engagement in conversations. And that's extraordinary. That used to take months, and that can happen in a matter much, much, much more quickly. And I'll let Fernanda speak to that because I'd be really curious into finding out the details of that. Okay, so the avatar, we've talked about this a lot, and you'll hear that word brandied about quite a bit. And what that's really means is that what we're building is a specific detailed profile, but we're also looking at it versus in not a group, but rather a single person or persona that tells us quite a bit about who our customer is. So we're speaking to the one to reach the many. And so what we're doing on that is building on demographics, the traditional stuff, but also gender, income, that kind of thing. But going really now more to the more important piece of it, which is, in my opinion, psychographics. What are the fears, the desires, the motivations? What are your um, prospects being drawn to? What do they want to avoid? What are their pain points? What are they complaining about? What are you hearing all day long? Your ears, or if you really are paying attention and listen, you can really find out very quickly what are they complaining about? What's really keeping them up? What's stressing them out? Um, and so what an avatar allows you to do is speak directly to those who are going to need you the most. That's the most important piece, I think, of an avatar, and also creating a persona. And the one thing that I do want to say about it from my own experience and perspective is developing an avatar allows one to quickly, much more quickly, sort through who's going to be your target and who's not. And that applies also to social situations. So going to any networking meeting, for example, I'm attending a wedding in the fall, and there will be people at this wedding who are really in my avatar, my ideal client. So I can go there and quickly, I'm going to actually get a list of wedding attendants. So I can quickly go through that list and sort through very quickly before I ever get there who would be a good person or connection for me to talk to. And that's what the power of an avatar can do in all sorts of contexts, online, offline, personal, social, professional. Any questions? Okay. All right. So the important thing here is really nailing your niche, and that's what we're looking for, is really mining those veins that we're going to find them and really mine it as much as possible. And that also, please know that your niche is not always going to stay the same. It will evolve as your business evolves. And using storytelling. This is where when we really have our brand stories, it makes us inherently more confident in knowing what it is that we're talking about that is also going to also resound with our target, with our client profile, our avatar. And again, the definition of a niche, using the avatar that represents the client and leveraging AI to make that marketing much more powerful and precise. Okay, so final thoughts. So marketing isn't about stories. Or isn't about selling. Or products. It's really about the stories that you tell and the relationships that you build. That's a quote from Seth Godin. I think that really, really encapsulates to me, crystallizing what marketing is really about. So my question is, are you ready to take your marketing to the next level? So thank you. And if you haven't already, do connect with me. And any questions, any thoughts, any final thoughts that anyone has?
Am I expecting like a avatar from you, or is that something different? I
Yes, you
have no
are.
idea.
Yes, you are.
Uh,
You are expecting one from me, and you will be getting that.
I see. I appreciate
Yep,
that. Yeah.
definitely, Definitely,
Yeah.
Joseph.
And if with all due respect, I'll try to listen on the way out to take my wife to the work. So if I leave, it's not like I'm disrespectful, right? I'm respect you guys. So just bear with me if I kind of leave out for
Okay.
taking her. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Joseph.
So one thing you said, Bev, that it's so true. People think that marketing, it's the tools that you use, but actually I used to say like your brand, it's whatever people talk about you when you're not in that place, right? And like, for example, what Yvette said, I relate to that. You relate to that. I pay more for brands that make impact socially, that donates for other causes. So that represents the brand, values, and people will pay more for, like you're saying, when they align with the values. So that if the brand explains knows the avatar. And I think that's a good segue for my presentation. I'm gonna put that up. And let's see here. So you need to stop sharing yours.
Okay. Yep. Hang on one second. There we go.
Lima, could you let me in on the phone? I'm taking over on the phone. I'm gonna click off here.
Yeah. Okay, you're in. So let me put this in full present. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So Bev was talking about how the brand and the avatar, it's important for marketing, and how values are important for marketing. Also, what I want to talk about, just to reinforce what she was saying, is the strategic marketing and AI. How can we simplify and optimize marketing for our business? We know that many times people don't do the right marketing because they don't have the budget, they don't know what to do. So today I wanted to show you some actionable insights, and also I'm going to be giving you some resources as well for you to use. If we have not met yet, I'm a Brazilian architect turned into an AI marketing and automation strategies. I have produced several online events like the ones that Tony Robbins produces, and they were very popular, that made over 6 figures for my clients. Also summits that were lead generation. We worked with summits and collaboration events to generate leads instead of social media ads. So I love doing marketing, anything tech, that's something that I thrive on. One of the things that people, like Beverly was saying, marketing helps you attract the customers, build trust, and increase the sales. But the AI-powered marketing allows you to scale faster with less time. So a lot of people ask me, what's the best strategy? That's one of the first questions when we put together, when we get on a VIP day or we are starting their events. And the answer is every strategy, it's good, works. It all depends on the 6 P's or the 9 P's of marketing. So when you understand who your people are, where, who is your target audience? Who are you speaking to? What are their values? That's what the customer avatar is. Who is the team that you need to work with? Your positioning. And what you see in purple, it's how I use ChatGPT or AI to help me. So I use ChatGPT to help me understand my target audience and what they need. We brainstorm. The other is the positioning. How do your customers perceive your brand, and how does that change? How does that relate to your competitors? That's the values, what you bring to the place, how you're making a difference. So we use ChatGPT to generate ideas for unique selling points or the branding message. We use the Story Brand by Donut Miller, and we have a ChatGPT custom prompt, which is based on that story brand. So when it just asks you questions and builds that based on the principles of the story brand. Then the product, what product or service are you offering? What's the value of that, that product? Then we use ChatGPT to write engaging product descriptions. So for you, for example, if you have a product that you want to put on Amazon, it helps brainstorm some ideas, some new product ideas as well. The price, what pricing strategy are you planning to use? There's free, there is freemium, which is a free with a little bit of a pay on the back end. Is that a high ticket, low ticket? So what ChatGPT does is helps you analyze the competitor pricing and also suggest strategies. And I'm going to show you an example of all of this. The platform in place. This is so important. And if I could, you know, a lot of people say, I need to be on Instagram because everybody's on Instagram. I need to be on TikTok because everybody's on TikTok. We're going to show you a little case study of what that means. So where is your product going to be sold and marketed? Is it going to be online? It's going to be in a store? And ChatGPT can help you suggest, not just ChatGPT, Claude. Claude is phenomenal. Perplexity as well. Those are the three that I use. And suggest the best platforms for your audience. Promotion. What channels are you going to be using for your marketing? Is that going to be social media? Are you going to be using partnership? Meaning I'm going to collab with Bev. She's going to sell my product. I'm going to sell hers, and we're going to become partners and selling. Is that going to be social media? Is that going to be Facebook ads? So ChatGPT can help me write a copy, email marketing, even the pages, the sales pages, which I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Then the process, how we'll create a process that will be so easy for your customer journey that when he goes from, I don't know who Martin is or Brian is, I don't know who he is, to I need to buy his product. ChatGPT helps me create a flow and automate the customer support with chatbots. Partners, what collaborators and partnerships do I need to grow? So if I'm not using ads specifically, I need partnerships. I need to partner up with people that have my audience, but doesn't sell the same thing that I do. And ChatGPT will help me brainstorm ideas of collaborations and how, and write emails for, and I have been using this over and over and over for the collaboration events we do. The performance, how do we measure success? Because if you do not have data and you don't know what's working and what's not working, you can't scale, you can't grow. So if you're going to, use marketing to grow and represent your brand, you need to have those things in place. And this is Erin Myers. She had this very solid program that she had. She came to me, and the challenge is she was having a live launch, which is one of those 5-day challenges. Give me 5 days and I will teach you this. Then what happened is she was putting ads, spending a lot of money on ads, and she was getting no registrations. So she came to me and said, in 2 weeks, my event, we have nobody to come and really watch the event based on, the ads. We did a strategic audit in her event. And what I identified is that her audience was CEO women, and she was doing all of her events inside of a Facebook group. That's because the coach, we were both on the same coaching program. The coach was saying, Facebook group is where it is. So everybody needs to be in that platform. Her product was right, her presence, her brand, everything was on point, but the platform was wrong. And so because she was using a one size fits all strategy, everybody's on Facebook, everybody's making money on Facebook. So what we did is we pivoted to LinkedIn. I got her connected with a LinkedIn strategist, and we redesigned her launch to launch on LinkedIn. She had over 600 registration in a very short period of time, and very successful launch. So when you understand that process, you know that the right audience on the right platform trumps good content on the wrong platform. It doesn't matter if your product's phenomenal, you're talking to the wrong people or you're on the wrong platform.
Fernanda, I'd like to interject here really quickly. And I think that what you're doing is really demonstrating how quickly AI, especially in your prior slide, how quickly AI can get you scaled, can get you to the right audience to find what it is that you're looking for, your solutions much, much faster.
Yeah.
And so I think that demonstration is spot on.
Yeah, thank you. So one of the biggest thing that people don't understand is that the difference in between marketing strategy and marketing plan. So the strategy is the long term, right? It's the objectives, the position, it's the why and the who. You need where you define the market, you define the value proposition, your uniqueness, and it has to align with your vision and your goals. Now, the plan is the tactical implementation, where is the what, where, when, and how we're going to do that. And it includes the metrics. Without the metrics, you can't really, understand how that works. And an example of the planning would be, we will post 3 times on LinkedIn articles weekly, appear on 2 executive podcasts monthly, and run a quarterly webinar series. That's because we already know that we are targeting corporate female and executives with personalized wellness. So now we know where they are, and now we're creating the plan based on our strategy. So the difference is strategy is direction, plan is execution. Okay. And one of the common mistakes that I see in some of the solutions that people will come and say, I don't have enough leads. So the solution is we need more traffic, or we need traffic optimization, if we know we're speaking to the right people. Because as you saw in the 9 Ps, they're all connected, right? It's like a puzzle piece. If one puzzle piece is not in the right place, the puzzle is not going to be complete. Or they say, I have a high no-show rate, meaning people book the call, but they don't show up, or they register, they don't show up. So the solution is, can we get a pre-appointment engagement? Meaning when they register, there's a quick video that gives them, a feeling of what they're going to get from that event. Or when they book a call, there's a video that pre-qualifies them and gives them something tangible to show up for the meeting for. Another problem is low conversion to calls. That means lead magnet improvement. If the offer is aligned with the lead magnet, and I'm going to explain what lead magnet is, then we can improve the conversion rates, and if the offer as well. So the problem is low close rates. That means they show up, they show up, but now you're in a call with them, you can't close. So we need to work on the conversation refinement, or if the offer is the right offer for that person. So as you can see, without strategy, there's a lot of things that we say, oh, everyone needs to be on Instagram. I'm posting content and not seeing results. I'm attracting the people that won't buy. My content doesn't reflect my offers. And the shift should be not where should I market, but to who am I serving? Because if you know who you're serving, you know where to market, you know what to say, you know their pain points. And that's why strategy must come first. There is, when you have, let's say, a workshop or an event and people say it didn't work, that's the phrase that I hear the most when people come to me, or they say summits don't work or launches don't work. The real problem is the strategy misalignment, not a product failure. The wrong audience, the platform is not right, the time is not right. And here's an example. My client came to me, Maria, and she said, I am doing this workshop for women, for moms to make money. I'm giving all this stuff for free, and I'm still not getting anybody to show up. Well, she was doing the workshop for new moms, and the time that she picked was 3 o'clock. that's pick up time for school. Of course, the moms are not going to show up. That's the timing was wrong. So that's why strategy comes first. Now, this is my strategy for planning, how I plan my marketing. And I'm going to put this on the bottom for you guys. I'm going to put on the chat. And on this page, and you can look at that later, I'm going to open up on my end here. The first thing I do is I define my income, like how much do I want to make that year? It's at $240,000. So then I know how much I need to make per month, but I also take in consideration lifestyle. So for example, my third and fourth quarter, my kids are heavily involved in theater, and that takes a lot of my time. My third quarter, I'm driving 2.5 hours, 3 times a week. So I need to take that in consideration. Christmas, I travel to Brazil. So that it's, Christmas during that time, it's hard for everyone. And then what I do is I design the offers that will fit the lifestyle with the income goals that I want. Then I start mapping the delivery timeline based on my availability. So my offer would be, okay, for January, February, and March, I can do a lot of live events. I can show up for networking events. I can do a lot of one-on-one training. I can do my summits because it's heavily intensive, like labor. I can do all of that during that time. During my third and fourth quarter, I need to rely more on a marketing strategy that requires less of me being present and more of a passive income. So for example, membership model. And that's where the model, your business model matters. Are you selling a coaching program that's one-on-one? Is that a course? What are you selling, and when do you need to put more effort towards that offer? And I'm going to show the page that I am sharing with you. And this page, if you put your profit that you want in here, and this was created with ChatGPT. I created another different ones, but I created this one for the Bright Business. I haven't tested completely, but let's see if that works. So if my goal is to have $240,000 a year, and my offer is $1,000, it's going to tell me I need 240 sales, right? And if my conversion rate it's 10%, then it's going to tell me how many leads I need, how many leads I need coming in, how many organic leads I need based on the percentage. So since I'm not running any ads, my income, my profit is going to be 240,000 because I have no ads. So that's what this calculator does. And if it is, I did it yesterday. Literally, I put on ChatGPT what I wanted, what's the goal. I gave a little bit of what I use on my back end because it's very complex and I wanted to simplify for you. And that's what it gave me. This barcode, if you scan the barcode, it will also have that, you're going to get access to that page. The other thing that I do is then I reverse engineer my entire business, right? I do, okay, though this is my annual goal. This is how much I need to make per month. So since my first 2 quarters is where I can invest more of my one-on-one, that's where I'm going to sell more of my high ticket. And then the other ones, I'm going to sell more of my low ticket. So I know I need more sales during those 2 quarters, and I need more networking, more trust building during my first 2 quarters. Then based on that, I have my offer structure. It's going to be how I'm going to deliver, what's my offer, what's the price point, what's the time investment for me to deliver, excuse me, and what's my target sales. And then I looked at the total revenue. Then I started doing my marketing strategy. Then I go to my marketing plan. I talked about the demographics. For me, it's not that much of a, I don't look as much as the demographics. I would look more at the psychographics, which is more of the behavior. So then I go all the, what my ideal client is for that particular offer. Then that's when and all of that I integrate with AI, the data tracking. If you don't track your data, you're not going to be able to see what's working, what's not working. And then I create my automation checklist and my top 3 items. And it's important to understand that so you can focus on, okay, my 3rd quarter, I'm going to need more of an outbound marketing, which is paid advertising, because if I'm selling a low ticket, I need a lot of people to purchase that low ticket. So I need to do more of an outbound. And on my 1st and 2nd quarter, I can do, the inbound, and you can combine both of them. You can integrate. You don't need to just use one or another. But I use a lot of the social media, collaborative partnerships. Lead magnets are like something that all of us should have in order to build our email list. So marketing technology stack, that it's very important, because if you don't track your data, you don't know what's working, what's not working, what needs to be changed, and where you need to put more effort and put more money towards. So it's important that you have a CRM system, which means is a customer relationship management, where you keep all of your clients' data. You know what they bought, which emails they open, their customer journey inside of your platform, can tag them for behaviors like, this is a hot client, this is a good client, this is not ideal client, but it's a good partner. So you can track all of that inside of your CRM. That's also where you build your funnels, your automations, and depending on the CRM, you can actually have all your business in one place. You don't need to be, connecting anything. You need to have an email platform. So that's one system. A funnel and landing page builder, that's another system. A scheduling tool so people can book a call with you. A payment processor so people can pay you. A video conference like we are right now. You get on the video conference with the client. You have that opportunity to be face-to-face. Analytic tools and AI tools for marketing enhancement. So what tools are you using? Like I share, I use a lot of tools, but on a daily basis is ChatGPT, Claude, and Perplexity. And I do have a all-in-one CRM platform that has all of this, but the video conferencing. So the data to track marketing bottlenecks. And that's important, because if you say, I don't have, my event was not successful, my sales are not successful, what we look at is, for this page, we have an opt-in rate of 87%. That is high and high and high, right? 80. So that means 53 people that came to this page, 41 were unique. That means people were coming back, more than once. So that means 12 people are coming back twice, or one person is coming back 3 times. So that tells me this page is working, the message is right, because my conversion rate is really high. So the message is right, probably the offer is right. And then what you need to know is, how is now that converting into sales? So if they're coming in, it's right, the lead magnet worked, the message is working, and the page is working. Now, if it's not converting to sales, maybe the sales page is not working. It doesn't have the right, or the product that you're selling is not aligned with what they want. And that's how I do the audit on the data. Here is the email rates, the opening rates. People say email marketing don't work anymore. But when you look at the opening rates at 62%, 50%, if you're selling something to your email list and you have a 61% email opening, that is phenomenal. That means if you send an email with the sale, you probably will make 1 or 2 sales out of that email list if you attracted the right buyer and the right with the right offer. Then here's another case study with the lead magnet. We had this client that she was promoting a lead magnet to build her audience for her 5-day launch. And when she came to me, she's like, people are not coming, and the people that are coming are the wrong people. So we did an audit and on her lead magnet, and we identified that the message that she was attracting the wrong people. And since she was a house cleaner and she was trying to sell a declutter program that you will learn how to declutter for $6,000, that does not match, you know, the authority for somebody to sell $6,000. So we changed our message. We positioned her to be seen as an authority because she knows what she's doing. And then we redesigned her lead magnet. Then the results is that we built a email list of qualified people. So it's important that you understand that repelling the wrong people, it's as important as attracting the right person. And when it comes to lead generation in the marketing pie, you have the top of the funnel. Those are languages that you're going to listen, you're going to hear a lot on the marketing lingo. Is top of the funnel, it means the awareness. How aware are they? Do they know that your product, they need your product? Do they know that they have that problem? The middle of the funnel is like their interest and their desire. They already are interested, they already have the desire that they need to change. And the bottom funnel is when they are already taking action and they're qualified to get your product. So when it comes to the lead magnet, this is a template for a lead magnet that we create for high conversion. So that way, you know, when somebody comes into our world, they don't have to create from scratch. What we do is we give them, and then you put everything has prompts. But this will help you think about what you need to have on a lead magnet. Here on the top, we're collecting their email, their name. And we're saying this strong headline is where you really talk to your client. You need to know your avatar to make sure that this strong headline and the image you're putting in here, it's something they want. So for example, for Bev, if she's giving away let's say she's giving an avatar chat GPT avatar builder, and that's going to help you create your avatar in 5 minutes. Well, I will give my name and my email to get that, right? So here, if they're a little bit confused and they go, I don't know if I really want this, then you make a very strong statement saying why they need that, and you talk to their on their language. Then you show who you are, a little bit of a strategy. A lot of people just stop on this first part here. And then you put authority builder testimonials that shows that you know what you're talking about. And then you give them another chance to download. You make it irresistible by adding images that will capture their attention, right? Hold on.
Yes.
Let me just mute okay. So then we have, once they do that, they give their name and email, they go to the next step. And this is where a lot of people leave money on the table, is that on the next step, they don't give a call to action. So depending on the strategy for the lead magnet, we will have them, let's say we're running an event, okay? We're running a 5-day challenge. I want them to join the Facebook group. I want them to connect with their personal coach that is going to guide them through the challenge. And I want them to book a call, for example, to get their audit done. So this is where you want them to take the next step, okay? Now, this is not the product that you're giving. This is just the page they're landing. They sign up, they go to the next step. Then when you think about what type of lead magnets can we give to build our audience, to build our authority, their templates, people love checklists. Ebooks are not so, depending on your audience, ebooks, you're not going to be successful with ebooks. It can be educational, a webinar. People also like webinars, short webinars. It could be access, a 30-day access to a community. It could be demo calls. I do a lot of demo calls, and that was very successful for me. It could be a 30-day trial. It could be quizzes, and quizzes are great because it helps you pre-qualify your clients. So the quiz would be, you know, they answer a question, what color do you want? Let's talk about your branding. What color do you like? I like blue. Oh, the next one, blue is a great color, especially if you're using ChatGPT bot. That will be very personal. If you're just using a system, it was just gonna be like just the next sequence, pre-qualifying. Then we have what makes it very successful. It's you need to do authority building. You need to have value on the content. I have downloaded lead magnets that I'm like, are you kidding me? I unsubscribed immediately because it was like the worst, like a piece of paper with a bunch of just writing in there that didn't have any value at all. So you need to create a transformation. You give them one transformation that's going to be a wow moment for them. And they're going to be like, if this free lead magnet gave me this transformation, imagine what it feels like to work with this person when I pay her, right? So the call to actions that we have, so we have like the next step with minimum fraction, which would be they download a free PDF, 5 email templates that convert. Then we tell them, by the way, if you want to watch a video on watch me create a high converting email sequence, it's a $7 for that video. And then they watch the video and then they go like, this is something that I'm creating. So this, I'm going to be honest, this is mine. But mine is not email marketing. It's the lead magnet creation. So then it's like the $97 workshop. We will create a lead magnet together. And then there is the program, which is a complete lead generation system where we go through everything. And then is that we have the weekly meetings where you get to ask questions. So that's the value that you're building. You start with the free, then you have something that is, you know, it's just $7. Nobody really cares if a $7 doesn't work. It's just $7. So here behind the scenes, when we look at the strategy, this is where you're going to see how strategy makes a complete difference. It's going to make it or break your market. Okay. So this is a lead magnet opt-in. Somebody said, yes, I want that, you know, that lead magnet. Then they're going to immediately receive an email that's going to deliver that email. They're going to receive 3 more emails. Oops, this is 3. I need to change that. And of course, they go to the thank you page. As you can see, there's no call to action. Like they don't go anywhere after this. They go to the page, they leave, they deliver they get the download, and they get the report, whatever that is, a PDF or video, whatever your lead magnet is. Now, difference in between a successful lead magnet. This will build your email list, but this creates no engagement for you to offer them the next step. When you go to the high ticket lead funnel here, by the way, this one, it's not mine, but this, I didn't have time to put mine in place, but this is how we build ours as well. So this is you getting traffic, right? Inbound traffic, like we talked about, or from ads. Then you have your lead magnet and your landing page. Then you bring them into the training video. Then you get them to book a call or appointment. If they don't, they start getting into the email sequence regardless. But if they don't open, have you seen something that you go and you watch a video on how to polish a car, and the next 5 seconds you start seeing that over and over and over? That's called retargeting ads. So we put a code behind this lead magnet page that allows us to track you everywhere you go for the next 90 days, 60 days, whatever that code lives. So when they book the call, they're going to get the emails saying, thank you for booking the call. And today we're excited, and we build engagement in between now and the day the call is booked. And we send reminders. We're looking forward to see you tomorrow, because people will forget. The show up rates that I looked at one of my clients when we did the audit, people were not showing up because they were not getting any notifications. People forget about things. Everybody's busy. If they don't get a notification, like Yvette said, she was like, oh, thank God for Google alerts, right? So we need to notify people. And then we send them to the checkout page to pay for something else that you want them for the upsell. And then if they say no, that's fine. And then we take them to the thank you page, okay? And then we create the checklist of what things you need to have. But the invitation needs to be clear. They need to understand, what are you doing there? Why am I here? And this is this for me. This is another lead magnet strategy for a webinar. And you can see how the strategy is all different. For everything, it has a different point. Some of my clients don't have the budget to create all of this. They're not doing ads, and they don't have the budget to create all of this. They create a lead magnet that is just a post on Facebook, that it's a PDF that they just send them on DM through bots. So it's all depending on where you are financially, your budget, your time. This one, you send people into a webinar page, and then you send them a message, like autoresponder, so that they are going to be notified. Then they watch the webinar. Then we send them to a sales page invitation. And of course, it has to have the terms and conditions. That's very important. And that's what Sanami can talk about. This will create issues if you don't have terms and conditions, clear expectations. Then you have your sales page, that if they don't buy, have you noticed that you put something on your cart and then you forget about it? You have to answer the phone, and then you go, hey, you left something in your cart. You get a text message or you get an email, and that's saying, hey, now you get 10% discount. All right. So I actually use that tactic too when I want discounts, because I know that if I leave the cart, I will get an abandoned cart email sequence. Then what you do is you have the 2-step order, which means you need to have something that collects the name first and the email, and then the next page is for them to the next step is for them to pay, not all at once. Because what it does is, even if they don't pay, sometimes a credit card didn't work, I already collect their name and their email, and I can retarget them. I can send email campaigns to them. Then, we send them to a thank you page, and then we give them the access to the product. And now I want to show you guys something super cool, and I'm about to finish here. Is that okay with you guys? I'm going to show some ChatGPT, custom ChatGPT, and how it can help you. This is the human and AI partnership, and how I make ChatGPT my personal marketing advisor and the co-pilot on my marketing strategies. And again, we have to understand that AI just enhances our strategy, but does not replaces our strategy and the way that we solve problems, the way that we think, the way that our feels and emotions. Okay, so are the ways that I use ChatGPT to help me. It's content creation, it's performance prediction and an analysis of the behavior of my customer. It's writing emails, social media, analyzing data, tagline creation, and the best times to post as well. And I'm going to show you something in here. So I have Trinity, and I am going to share this with you guys right now. It's also, oops. Okay, so on that page, let me go back to that page that I shared. I have ChatGPTs that I created for you guys. So when you go in a tagline expert, she is going to ask you questions, and then she's going to create the tagline. Okay. something just happened on my ChatGPT. So it's been unable. So I might have to restart that. But sorry, see if
No
you
worries.
can open that on your end. But what it happens is when you click on there, it's going to open start now. And then you're going to say, she's going to tell you, great. To craft your perfect tagline, I need a little bit of insight on your brand. She already knows the questions to ask because I already programmed her on the back end to think to solve those problems. So what does your business do? What makes it unique? And what feeling or action do you want to inspire in your audience? And then I answered in here. And then she came up with, thanks for the details. Based on your expertise and unique positioning, here are some taglines. AI strategy, smart automation, stress-free growth. Gave me a few things. I said, not much. And you can tell that I even, let's see here. I just gave her something very, very simple. And then I said, not much. It's not talking about the transformation. Got it. You want the tagline to emphasize transformation from chaos to convergence, AI-powered growth made simple. Now she is trained to think in a certain way that she will answer the questions, scale, effortlessly, AI, automation, and strategy in one. This is for my CRM. Turn overwhelm into opportunity with smart automation. So she will guide you through the process because she's already trained to think, to do one thing, which is the thinking about the tagline and what needs to be in place. Okay, so now it's working.
Fernanda, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
So, if we go to the bot or whatever, does the user have to have ChatGPT open, or is this something that's on your side and just automatically generates it, and then the user would copy it or whatever, or download it? How does that work?
Yeah. So at the end, when it gives me the information, it will allow you to copy.
Okay, so this is something that's okay. So it's powered on your end, in other words. So it's not transferring over. Okay, great. Thanks.
So like you cannot copy what I created on the back end because there's a lot of training that I'm doing. Like, no, this is not good. And then I go on the prompt on the back end and I tell, what to do and what not to do. So here, for example, it tells it's the top of the funnel. Mm-hmm. So when you click in there, because I already started, it's creating this, already worked on this. So improving the top of the funnel. And then it tells me all the strategies and what we're going to be working on. And then would you like me to tailor recommendations based in your industry? Yes, please. And then it asks you the questions that I already put behind the scenes. What's the industry? What's the target audience? What's the main top of the funnel goals? It's brand awareness, it's lead generation, it's website traffic. And then once you answer, then it gives you the answers as well. Okay. And it start working with you brainstorming. So for example, the brainstorming, yeah, so I'm having an issue with ChatGPT today. As you can see, everything is off. But that's what I wanted to share with you. And then I also use the lead magnet. I gave you the lead magnet so you can see it live, what it, how it works. It's not connected to any automations. It's just the page itself. Okay. And then if you would like to book an audit call for your business and you wanted to see where it's, what's the gap and what's happening, that's there is a link for you to book a call, or you can always email me. And there's also a place for you to get me your email, your last name, and what upcoming workshops would you like to participate. And if you have a suggestion, this is what I'm doing here is customer survey because I want to build something people want. So as I'm giving this, as a lead magnet, what I'm saying is, what do you want to learn from me? So I can create something people want to learn. Okay. So then let me go back in here. Your auction plan would be audit your current marketing system, your technology stack, identify your primary bottleneck, implement the one funnel strategy that you have. Like, what am I going to be bringing? What's my one funnel strategy? It's my lead magnet to what? And then you're going to measure and optimize the data. And then you're going to scale with enhanced AI enhanced capabilities. And the implementation roadmap would be define your annual goals, your lifestyles, your offers that match that, create the lead magnet strategy, set up the data tracking, integrate AI for content and optimization, test, measure, and refine. And again, this is the link to the resources and what I have that for you. And thank you very much. I appreciate you guys being here today. Do you have any questions?
Hi, Fernanda.
Hi.
I guess it's first time we personally met. Thank you very much for presentation. And when I was listening to you, I was kind of, okay, bookkeeping and marketing at that way have a lot in common because I was recently talking about budgets and yes, your target sale and what it means and how you can validate your numbers. And yeah, it's kind of work together. So yeah, thank you very much. And say I plan to visit Carlsbad this month. So probably we'll meet in person.
Nice. Yeah, I would love to meet you in person as well. I'm also gonna share this with you guys. It's like a little marketing challenges to see where you are, and so I'm gonna share this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
And at the Carlsbad meeting, I will talk a little bit more. I'm gonna, yeah, it's gonna be very similar, but I'm gonna show some things that are gonna be different than today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good.
So I'm still sharing. Let me stop sharing. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for coming and definitely for allowing us to share our perspective. And we hope you got something from it today.
Yeah, Beverly, thank you. I just missed I have the meeting, sorry.
Oh, no
Your
worries.
presentation.
I'm glad that you're here for what you could get. It's being recorded anyway. So
yeah.
Okay.
Will you be sharing that marketing template on the chat, or are you sending it in the email?
I'm gonna share right now on the I'm just downloading. So
Okay.
I'm gonna share right here on the chat, but I'm gonna add to the page as well. To that main page that I shared, the Fernanda new calculation. It's gonna be there as well.
Okay, thank you. Great, insightful webinar. I learned a lot. Thank you for that content from both of you guys. You guys did great.
Thank you. Okay, do you guys have an amazing day, and hope to see you soon in Carlsbad.
Great.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yes,
Bye.
too.
See you guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.